Hey, I want to ask you a question. Do you think that you're a good person? Chances are you probably said yes. So then I'm going to ask you, good according to who? Whose standards are we basing this on? So let me ask you a few questions. Have you ever stolen something, even if it's small and insignificant? What do you call somebody who steals? A thief. Have you ever lied, even if it's a little white lie? What do you call somebody who lies? A liar. Have you ever had an impure thought about somebody? If you said yes, well, the Bible says that even just having an impure thought about somebody is already adultery. Have you ever cursed or used God's name in vain? That's called blasphemy. Now, you might be saying to yourself, well, I've never murdered anybody. I personally have murdered 3 human beings. I've had 3 abortions. But in today's society, that's not looked at as murder, right? That's women's rights movement, that's feminism, that's women's choice. Well, except for the baby that didn't have a choice to be murdered. But if you study and if you really look into human biology, you'll see that it's not really just a clump of cells, that human being that you and I are forming while we are in our mother's womb. Now, if you ask God, Psalm 127 says that God knew you and me before we were in our mother's womb. So by your and my standards, we've lied, we've stolen, we've had impure thoughts, and we've blasphemed. We've used God's name in vain. So that means that we just admitted that we're not good people. But does that mean that we're doomed? Well, the wages of sin is death. So according to that, yes. But what if I told you that there is a way out? That God brought himself down into a human form in Jesus, and Jesus lived a sinless life, 100% no sin, and he died for us. So he paid our debt. Our debt to God was completely paid for. It doesn't mean that we're all of a sudden not sinful people. We still are, but all we have to do is accept this free gift that God gave to us. Now, I know that sounds crazy. Listen, I used to be atheist. I studied Buddhism. I studied Hinduism. And it sounded crazy and outlandish to me. But this is what I did. I read the book of John and I read the crucifixion in the Bible. So that would be my recommendation to you. If this is new to you, it sounds kind of crazy. Read the book of John 3 times. And if you want to reach out to me, send me a message or reach out on my website, wsc.money.